Hi everyone. Today I would like to talk about some of the differences between a traditional classroom and a flipped classroom. So basically, first I'm going to explain the traditional classroom and how it is much different compared to a flipped classroom. So in a traditional classroom, the students gain first contact with new ideas in class through direct instruction from the teacher. When this happens, the students they receive instruction from the teacher about the more basic concepts during class, leaving the more complex and difficult learning tasks to be handled independently on their own at homework at home. And when students are attempting to do these more difficult, complex tasks, they're attempting to use their application, analysis, synthesis, and creative processes, which are much more challenging for students to do independently rather than with a teacher to help guide them along the way. So basically, in a flipped classroom, it's just the opposite of that. That's where the name flipped comes from. Basically, they're going to reverse the concepts and how they're introduced. So the introductory and the more simple concepts, the students will learn at home. And now that leaves class time to be spent exploring the more difficult, high level tasks with the teacher, where the students will be using the application, analysis, synthesis, and creativity process. Another thing I would like to discuss are some of the myths and facts that people believe about flipped classrooms. One of the myths is that you must use pre recorded videos to watch before class. Now, commonly, yes, that is the way that it's done um, because of technology, but it is not necessary for it to be done that way. Some of the first original flipped classrooms had no videos at all, or maybe just one tutorial video, and the rest was really more student directed. So videos are not required. You can use printed materials, you can use textbooks, you can use online materials that you find interesting, more able to suit towards the topic. So you do not need to record yourself on a video if you do not want to, or if the students do not have the technology to watch videos every single night before class. So another myth is that flipped classrooms replace face-to-face learning, and that is completely false. If anything, flipped classrooms optimize face-to-face teaching and learning. So basically, what they're going to do is the students will focus on the higher level topics with help from the teacher. So the students will be able to begin to process and assimilate these concepts rather than passively listening to the teacher as the teacher lectures. Um, this does not mean that you don't lecture. If you find something suitable to talk to the students about, you can do mini lectures in the middle of the classroom to help the students understand the topic on a more higher level. The last myth I would like to discuss is that some people believe that there's no evidence backing up the claims in the effectiveness of flipped classrooms. That is also completely false. You can find hundreds of peer reviewed articles online showing the benefits of flipped classrooms, and they thoroughly analyze the process. Therefore, I believe that if a flipped classroom can be enacted properly for the students, and the teacher, they will have great benefits and both sides will thrive. So, thank you for listening to my introductory video about flipped classrooms. I hope I cleared up any confusion or misconceptions before we decide to dig in a little bit deeper in our presentation. So, once again, thank you for listening.